Hello student, let's see the remaining part of the lesson humidity and clouds. Students, as I told you that humidity is expressed in different ways. We have studied about absolute humidity. Now today let's understand about relative humidity. The formula for relative humidity is absolute humidity is divided by vapor holding capacity of the air into 100 and it is expressed in percentage. When absolute humidity is divided by water holding capacity and then multiplied by 100, we will get the percentage of relative humidity. Students, relative humidity means how much amount or percentage of water vapor is needed to reach to the saturation of the air. What is saturation of the air? When the water holding capacity of air becomes equal to the moisture present in the air. When it becomes equal, then it is called saturation of air. So it means absolute humidity means the moisture present in the air is absolute humidity. How much water vapor again it needed to reach to the saturation of the air, it's called relative humidity. In simple words, absolute humidity means the water vapor actually present in the air is absolute humidity. How much water vapor is needed for the saturation of air, how much it needed more for the saturation is called relative humidity. And saturation means water holding capacity of the air equals to the moisture present in it. Let's solve these examples by using the formula given earlier. What will be the relative humidity of air whose absolute humidity is 20 gram per cubic meter and vapor holding capacity is 30 gram per cubic meter? What is the formula? Relative humidity is equals to absolute humidity divided by water holding capacity into 100. So 20 upon 30 into 100. Take out the percentage. The next one. If the absolute humidity of the air is 15 gram per cubic meter and the vapor holding capacity is 15 gram per cubic meter, then what is the relative humidity of the air? Take out these examples also. Relative humidity. What is the formula once again? Revise it. Relative humidity is equals to absolute humidity upon water holding capacity into 100. Let's understand some more things about relative humidity. Students, as I told you, amount of water vapor in the air changes according to the temperature, difference in temperature. When there is more temperature, the water vapor is more in the air. And as we go high in the sky, the amount of water vapor decreases. Similarly, relative humidity also changes according to the temperature. Generally, relative humidity is more in the morning and night. Why more? Because in morning and night, the absolute humidity is very less. So, for the saturation, more humidity is needed. So, relative humidity is more morning and nights. And it is decreases in the afternoon because afternoon temperature is more. So, water vapor is more in the air. So, absolute humidity is more. So, relative humidity decreases in the afternoon. In the coastal areas, relative humidity is more and in the desert areas, relative humidity is less. From this, we understand that relative humidity changes according to difference in temperature. Now, student, let's try this. Take water in a pressure cooker. Take off the whistle of the pressure cooker. The lid of the pressure cooker has a whistle. You have to take out that whistle. Now heat the cooker. Take a lid with a handle. Another lid with a handle you have to take. After the water start boiling, when this water of the inside the cooker start boiling, hold the lid at a distance from where the steam is coming out. We know that if you remove the whistle from that place, the steam from inside the steam start coming out. So you have to hold another lid on that place and observe what happens. Student, you must have observed that water changed into water vapor after it was heated. Inside water, when you start heating it, the pressure cooker's water start boiling and it changed into water vapor. The water vapor turns water droplet when it touches the cooler lid, and when you are holding the lid on that place, the lid is cool. So when the water vapor touches that cooler lid, it's changed into water droplets. We can see the water droplets deposited on the lid. Now student, do one more activity. Take a glass with flat bottom. Put some ice cubes in it. Keep this glass in a room for 2 to 3 minutes. Leave the glass there in the room for 2 to 3 minutes. In sometimes you will see droplets of water on the outer surface of the glass. Outer surface of the glass you will observe water droplets. When the water vapor in the air comes in contact with the cold surface, we all know that there is water vapor in the air, and when this water vapor comes in contact with this cold glass, condensation takes place, and these droplets form on the outer surface of the glass, and due to the condensation, the water vapor in the air turn into water droplets, and we can see the water droplets on the outside surface of the glass. Students, in the first activity, the steam from the cooker cooled and condensed into water droplets. It cools due to what it cools? When it touches the cold lid outside, it condensed and turned into water droplets. And in this second activity, the vapor in the air condensed into water droplets. Vapor in the air, it condensed due to the cold surface of the glass, and it condensed and water droplets are seen. Do this activity at home. Observe the changes. Tomorrow we will discuss and see the geographical explanation for this. Thank you.